This year, Xiaomi has gone crazy with the number of phones they are launching here in India. This year, apart from having different phone series, they also have different versions of each. They have Redmi 6, Redmi 6A, Redmi 6 Pro, and on top of that, they also have different devices in the same price segment, with very few differences between the two, which makes it very confusing for a person who is looking to buy a new device. Anyways, in this video, let's take a look at Redmi 6 Pro, which is a new device from Xiaomi under 13,000 rupees. So let's see if it is worth your money or not. My name is Saurabh Nahar, you're watching All About Technologies. Let's begin. Starting off with the build and design, the Redmi 6 Pro lands really close to Xiaomi's existing design language. The Redmi 6 Pro's back is entirely identical to the Redmi Note 5 Pro with a vertical dual camera setup and the fingerprint scanner placed in the center. On the front, you get a notch display, which I'll come back to in a minute. Along with a camera up top and a monocolored LED indicator at the bottom left, the phone's aluminum build and its hefty 4000 mAh battery makes the phone feel pretty solid and substantial in hand. In fact, due to the smooth aluminum finish which makes the phone less grippy, I would never dare to use this phone while sleeping on the bed. I mean, precaution is better than broken nose. But to get a grip of things, Xiaomi also included a silicone case in the box which fits snugly to the phone, so no complaints. Even the buttons on the Redmi 6 Pro were really firm and tactile. Moving on to the display, the phone sports a 5.84-inch display with a full HD plus resolution, and keeping up with the trends, the phone also sports a notch that is similar in size to the Poco F1. Coming back to the display, this IPS LCD panel is probably the best in its range. The display has good contrast, good viewing angles, and is easily legible outdoors in sunlight. One thing I wasn't a huge fan of is the presence of the thick bezels around the display. The lower and the bottom chin also made the point of having a notch useless. Now the speaker of the phone is located at the bottom in a grill on the right. The placement of the speaker is such that it easily gets blocked with the hand while playing games like PUBG. And while the sound from the speaker got loud, the sound at higher levels of the volume was rather tinny. Thankfully, the output from the 3.5mm jack and via Bluetooth was pretty good. The Redmi 6 Pro comes with Xiaomi's all-time favorite Snapdragon 625 that first debuted with the Redmi Note 4 almost 2 years ago. While 625 is nearing its end, it still has enough power to make the phone run smoothly. Given the price, I had no issues regarding the performance. App opening time, switching and multitasking was all handled without any hitches. The 4GB RAM is also sufficient to hold 4 to 5 applications, including a couple of games in the memory for quite some time. I have also got a lot of questions asking me if PUBG was playable on this phone. Well, my gaming experience on this phone was a mixed bag. To answer the question, yes, PUBG is playable and can be enjoyed on smooth graphics and high frame rate. I did try to play on balanced graphics with medium frame rate, but it was not that smooth and enjoyable. So if you are a gamer, you can play PUBG and some other intensive games. But for the best gaming experience in this price range, I would suggest you to check out Nokia 5.1 Plus or Zenfone Max Pro M1 because they do provide you better processor and GPU. Now in terms of software, nothing much has changed, and if you have ever experienced MIUI, there's almost nothing new here to surprise you. The Redmi 6 Pro comes with MIUI 9.6 based on Android 8.1 out of the box and is soon expected to get the MIUI 10 update as well. The software is filled to the brim with the features with which you can make the phone truly yours. I particularly found read mode really helpful while using the phone in dark environments. I also enabled swipe gestures to navigate via the system. While multitasking and the home gesture worked flawlessly, the phone wouldn't register my back gesture at times. Apart from this, there are only two major complaints that I have with MIUI. First has to be the system ads that continuously popped up in the notification panel and even within application. The second major complaint was the absence of notification icons in the notification bar. So if you come back to your phone after you have missed calls, messages or any other notification, the icons of the respective application just won't show up in the notification bar on the top. I really hope this gets fixed in the future software update. Now in terms of battery, it gets very generous 4000 mAh battery that definitely doesn't leave any room for complaints. The phone easily lasted for a day on a single charge with some more battery to spare. In terms of screen on time, I could easily get up to a minimum of 5 to 6 hours with medium to heavy usage. With Wi-Fi only usage, I got screen on time up to 6 to 6.25 hours. While on the other hand, increased mobile data usage would yield at least 5 to 5.5 hours of screen on time. The phone takes around 2.5 hours to charge as the Redmi 6 Pro doesn't support fast charging. Now apart from having a quick and reliable fingerprint sensor, you can also use Face Unlock to unlock the phone. While face unlock worked very well in the daylight, but during the night time I did face issues at times. And overall it is fast, but it is not as fast as the fingerprint scanner on this device because it is very fast. Now lastly, let's talk about the cameras. There is a dual camera setup of which one is a 12 megapixel one with f2.2 aperture, whereas the secondary camera is a 5 megapixel one with once again f2.2 aperture. The pictures shot with the rear camera had decent amount of detail and dynamic range. Portrait shots were good, but the edge detection wouldn't be as good at all times. In low light and artificial light, the phone dropped the shutter speed and the results can be shaky, adding a lot of noise in the images. Even the focusing was not that great, but what I really loved is the EIS because it worked really well just like it did on the Redmi Note 5 Pro. And the front camera on this device also performs decently. It's not the best. You can take some decent selfies in good lighting situations, but then again if you move into low light or artificial lighting, the pictures are not that great, and you can see the examples on the screen right now. So here is my conclusion. Redmi 6 Pro is for those who want compact form factor, good battery life, decent performance, notch display, and for whom camera is not the topmost priority. But if you're someone who doesn't really care about that compact form factor, then you can check out Asus Zenfone Max Pro M1, Realme 2 Pro, Nokia 5.1 Plus, and even Redmi Note 5 Pro because some of these devices are currently available under sale and with some better specifications for almost the same price. So that's my verdict. If you still have any questions or queries, you can leave them in the comment section, or you can even ask me on Twitter and Instagram because I'm very active on those two platforms, so you can ask me over there. If you enjoyed this video or if you found this video helpful, then please hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and turn on the notifications because only then you will get notified. Make sure to follow me on all my social media networks. Links will be there in the description box. And if you're planning to buy any of the devices, all the links will be there in the description box. Use my link, that will definitely help out the channel. That's it guys, this is Saurabh Nahar. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.